Hello, everybody. My name is Melissa Bry, and I'm a junior studying mechanical engineering and minoring in math and business. And today I'm here to tell you about my honors capstone. So I competed in a social innovation competition called Innovation in Action, which runs through October through March. So I joined my partner in October, and we went through many workshops to define and research our problem, then ideate a solution, and finally to design a prototype. And then we pitched our idea in early March to judges and made it into the top 5. Yay! Now I'm going to share my screen with everybody and tell you a bit more about this project. So my partner Kevin and I came together because we both shared a passion for sustainability and specifically wanted to address the unsustainability within the fashion industry. So in the US, the fashion industry is the second largest polluter in the world, contributing to land, air, and water pollution. And in the US alone, 18 million tons of clothes every year are sent to the landfill, despite over 95% of them able to be recycled. Now, with the increase of the production of cheap disposable clothing by fast fashion brands, this problem has become even worse. Now, most of the clothes that don't end up in landfills are donated. And unfortunately, large consignment stores such as Goodwill receive more than they can sell. So they export these clothes overseas and sell them pretty cheaply. And this negatively impacts microeconomies around the world by putting local clothes manufacturers out of work. So to get a better grasp on the issue, we constructed an ecosystem map of all the players involved. It got extremely convoluted very fast, but we decided to focus on the following stakeholders: consumers, sustainable brands, downcyclers, and upcyclers. Downcyclers take recycled clothing and turn them into raw materials, while upcyclers turn them into new products. We decided to focus on these 4 because we saw that they had a high potential for having a very positive impact on the space. So to get a better idea of everyone's different pain points, we conducted 40 interviews, 30 of them with consumers and 10 of them with sustainable brands. Now, while many consumers we talked to wanted to purchase more sustainable clothing options, the brands are difficult to find, and individual brands are usually smaller and don't have much variety. Now, on the brand side, they recognize that they have low visibility, and part of that is because they have to compete with these fast fashion brands. And they also brought to light the issue of that sustainability has varying definitions across the industry, and so that makes it very hard for there to be a standard for sustainability. Now, consolidating these different pain points, we came up with our solution, Sift. So Sift, which stands for Sustainable Innovation of Fashion Trends, is an online sustainable shopping platform aimed to bring visibility and sustainability standards to sustainable brands while giving consumers a convenient, seamless method to shop for a variety of sustainable options. So currently a shirt is sent to a retailer, then sold to a consumer. Most consumers will dispose of the shirt by either throwing it out or donating it. And if it can't resell, the donation center will send it to the landfill or export it. This chain right here on the right is where Sift wants to disrupt. Vendors and consignment stores will put their products on our website where consumers can purchase them. Then, using rewards and incentives and free shipping, we will give consumers the opportunity to send us their old clothes, which we will then send to our downcycling partners, who will turn them into raw materials and sell them back to manufacturers. This will create a circular system that will allow us to divert textile waste from landfills and decrease exportations overseas. It will empower local clothing artisans and sustainable brands by giving them more visibility and driving that demand. And then on the consumer side, take our example, Dana here. She has a full-time job and is unable to sift through blog after blog looking for sustainable clothes. On our site, she will be able to see the bountiful sustainable options that are available and make an environmentally friendly choice that is as seamless as shopping on a famous brand's website. So when she comes to our site, this is what she will see. It looks like any average shopping platform, but it has lots of different types of brands on it. And if she clicks on one of these pieces, she'll come to a page that looks like this. On this page, the brand's vision will clearly be displayed, as well as the sustainability scoring standards that we have developed. We developed these standards using the 5 following categories: transparency, traceability, material sourcing, environmental impact, and maker well-being. This allows for consumers to understand what they are purchasing and its sustainable impact. And so consumers who value different things, like let's say someone values water, or they value the type of materials that go into their clothes, they'll be able to look at this scoring and be able to understand what exactly matters to them and buy accordingly. So we looked at a couple different competitors for this space. And we did that under 5 different dimensions, which is variety and sustainable fashion, support for smaller brands, having a sustainability scoring standard, having upcycling initiatives, and the ease in donating old apparel. Now, in comparison to other aggregating retailers and consignment stores, we offer the most comprehensive solution to holistically addressing the issue of textile waste, while also empowering local artisans globally and catering to the needs and wants of consumers. However, to achieve our goals, we understand that we must start small and build our way up. So phase one of our process, we'll start by having a low-cost website as like a fake front door, so we can evaluate the different consumer and brand interests that we have. And then we can move on to phase two. We can move on to phase two, where we will acquire a warehouse and start our recycling program and downcycling initiative, so we can start getting that circular system. And then later down the line, we have different thoughts about starting upcycler starting kits, maybe a sustainable fashion show, different things to continue to push that sustainable fashion interest. And so looking more closely at phase one, for businesses that fit within our sustainability scoring criteria, we plan to implement drop shipping, meaning that the local artisan or brand handles the product manufacturing and the shipping, while we only serve as a platform that's going to take a small transaction fee if a purchase is made on our site. And then we plan with all of our profits to invest and donate 30% of them into recycling technology, different microfinancing, and also eco cleanup because of what the fashion industry has already done to the earth. And then moving on into phase two, we will start doing more wholesale purchasing of the clothes so that we are able to offer the clothes at a more cheap price and not have to use as much packaging to send these to different people. And we will start that dual closed loop system where we can send all of our collected clothes to downcyclers so that they can make it back into raw materials that we will then sell to the manufacturers that we already work with. So moving on into our next steps, we need to develop this low-cost website model, and then we're going to use that to conduct focus groups and consumer surveys. And then we're going to continue to form a network of vendors so that we can put them on our site and get a large variety of sustainable options for our customers. All right. And so that is my presentation. And just to give you a little update of where we're going with this, even though we got into the top 5 for Innovation Action, we did not receive any funding, which goes to the top 3 teams. However, we did receive funding from BLI, the Barger Leadership Institute, and so we're going to be working over the summer to do a lot of data collection for these consumer surveys to understand how consumers define sustainability, and making our like low-cost website model. And then moving into the fall, we're going to continue getting more people on our website and hopefully be pitching to more investors as the year goes on. Obviously, we have to see how COVID-19 develops, and hopefully that won't affect our work too much on this because a lot of it can be done remotely. Yeah, so I look forward to answering everyone's questions, and I hope you liked this project. Thank you.